Hello and welcome back to another Omniheroes video. In this video we're just going to have a look at going through 51 to 75 and just seeing whether or not we can beat it. Now these are the teams that I've gone for. Again, you can go for a different setup with Elisha coming out to the shop over the course of the next couple of days. There's no excuse not to get her up to 6 stars. Elisha at 6 stars is such a powerful unit. Really, I kid you not. She is such a powerful unit. Now, the team that I would typically run would be something like this. So you would have Elisha or Gaia in this back row. You would have Atrops here in this back middle slot. You would then have something like Ophelia, wherever she's gone, in this front slot. And then this last slot here is for whoever you need to. These are your core 4 units. What happens is you would need Elmer in the front slot. You need Undying Shield as one of your artifacts. And then you can have whoever you want in this back row as long as they're going to do a lot of damage. And this team does a lot of damage. So I'm going to display it just this one time. And then we can go ahead and use the other units. I typically will use Dahlia in this spot. So you've got 2 Celestials, 2 Deviants, you've got 2 Doomsdayers, 2 Phantoms, and 4 Royals, along with 2 Valianters, 1 Lightseeker as well. Now I haven't unlocked Blessers or Sacrifices, but the start of battle increases the max HP of the hero in position 1. It's not is not super relevant. You can also do this and switch them around, so you could have Ophelia. So if you would have Blessers or Sacrifices, position 1 and position 2. Sorry, position 1 would be absolutely phenomenal. But again, you don't need it. You just need these units here. So we're going to go quick deploy. We do have, we'll take you out, and then I do not have really very many to go with, but we will pop you in, and we will pop you in as well. We'll go with increased speed. We'll go with increased speed. And we've got one more, so we go with increased attack. Where have you gone? Here you are. And this team will get you through. If we change these up, potentially you want to go something. If you've got Banner, 3-star Banner, you want to put Banner in. If not, then you want to put Spear in. Any of the relics that give you 100 relic energy to start with. If you do have a copy of Spear, then it will give you that 100 relic energy right from 1 star. And then you go like this, you put this in, and then you pop that in. That is how you will get through. That's how you shield your entire team in order to win successfully. But again, I don't think we'll need to do that. We will go Banner. We will go with. I've got the new relic. I'm not super hyped about it. We will pop in. No, we can't pop you in because that relies on us having something else. So we'll just do this. So we go with Banner, Spear, and Hand of Tyr as well. Again, you can change those relics up to anything that you like. With this team, it doesn't matter. We do have Undying Shield in there. We do. Yep, very good. And then what you do is you wait effectively for Dahlia to switch with Atrops, just like that, increasing Atrops' attack and max HP, which then also Ophelia will increase Atrops' max attack every time HP is increased by an increment of 50%. So if your HP stack gives you an additional 10% HP, then you will gain an additional 5% attack. Effectively, you gain 50% of the damage increase. So every time we do a crit, we also increase our attack and max HP, which in turn increases our attack. We are unkillable at this time because of Elmer, because Elmer is in that slot 1. We are effectively unkillable. We do get the single ultimate from Atrops. Yeah, we get the single ult, but we do swap with Dahlia. Dahlia is going to do absolutely massive damage to these guys. And we don't get the second, unfortunately. Even though we've increased our speed, we don't get the second ultimate and Elmer to finish things off. But again, that is the team setup. That's what you want to go for. That's what you want to be aiming for this particular event. That will get you through all of Nightmare. I promise you that. It will get you through all of Nightmare. But for now, what we're going to do, we're not going to blast through. We are going to build a Mystifiers team because Mystifiers, in my opinion, versus PvE, are some of the strongest that there are. So we will pop you, and you. And the reason that I want to do it this way, we'll pop you in here, and we'll pop you over here as well. go ahead, refresh our relics. We do have the Mystifiers relic, so we have Mystifiers, we have Undying Shield, we have the Healing Spear, and we have the Sinful Band as well, which will double the number of corrode stacks that we apply. We do want to go with Underworld Key. If you don't have Underworld Key, then your Night's Edge, or sorry, Death's Scythe will be perfectly adequate in that position. I'm going to go with Plague Bow, and let's go with Night's Edge, because they are the highest starred relics that I do have, legendary relics anyway. And this is... And we'll see the difference between those two teams. We did rely on Atrop's ultimating in that last one. And this time round, we're really just looking to get this Holy Armor removed. And then we're going to do as much damage as we possibly can. As you can see, Emily already doing 13,000 million without the help of Atrops. And that is because of Tsukiyomi. So what happens with Tsukiyomi is she will... effectively steal a million defense and a million attack per corrode stack at the very start of the round. So effectively, at the start of round 1, our entire team will get 20 million attack because you're stealing 5 million from each because you have applied 10 stacks already. And what I mean by this, let me just demonstrate this again. So we jump into info. As you can see, we do get the unstoppable effect there on the enemies, but as you can see, we go up to 25 stacks. This then doubles, so we're up to 50 stacks of corrode been applied on all of our enemies, which then gets stolen by Tsukiyomi. So effectively, the stack limit for each is 10 because Emily is on the team. So each unit will lose 10 million defense and each unit will lose 10 million attack, and our team will gain that equally, which is why we're able to do so much damage right off the bat. That is the only reason, is because of Tsukiyomi and her ability to steal those stats. That's why she is going to be a PvP killer and a PvE killer as well. I'm not too sure about how effective she will be later on. So she may be really, really effective later on, but I don't know because the enemy stats may just be too high. And as you can see, 7,914 million from Catherine here. Really, really strong. So what we'll do, we're going to carry on, but we're going to skip through the rest of them, the next couple of fights anyway. If we get stuck on one, then we'll take it from there. Minotaur, relatively easy to counter. You just need to have one of these units on the team, or you need to outpace them attack-wise. You do that with Elisha, with Gaia, any of those units, and you'll be absolutely fine. It looks like we're doing relatively well. We did lose Tsukiyomi in this one. It is a shame against the Mystifier Dooms Phantoms team. Again, that is, for me, that is the strongest team in this game. Or in this PvE environment anyway, the Mystifiers Dooms Phantom team with additional Persephone on there as well. So something along the lines of this, except you would have Sylvan and you would also have Ayushta on the team as well, or on the enemy team at least. That is the strongest team for me. There's no two ways about it. Even the Monarch team does not compete with that. The Monarch team, you simply... do enough damage to, whereas the Phantom team keeps coming back, keeps reapplying that corrode, and effectively just doesn't stop, and it takes a long time to kill. Now, we do keep losing Tsukiyomi in this front slot. It is what it is, but her passive remains, or relatively anyway. Her passive has already taken effect by that point anyway, so I'm absolutely... fine with her in this front slot. Typically, I would run her in slot 1, so I would run her in this slot, but the way that this builds up energy, this slot 1 builds up energy is on action, so we are looking to do as many actions as possible, and Gaia has a 75% chance of doing 2 actions per round, so we're getting that double trigger for the double energy build up. And as you can see, we're just blitzing through all of these round 2s. It is what it is. This is going to be a bit of a longer fight. Yeah, unfortunately, Tsukiyomi does go down, but I'm not swapping her out. The way to avoid that, if you don't have Tsukiyomi in this spot, you would take out Emily, you would take out Tsukiyomi, and again, you would just run the other team that I suggested at the very start of the video, the Elma team. Again, that for me is really, really strong. that team, it will get you through all of Nightmare. I promise you that. It will get you through all of Nightmare. This team, I'm just running it because I wanted to see how well the Mystifiers team does and what the weaknesses are. And unfortunately, the weakness at the moment is Tsukiyomi, because we don't have that 9-star ability. Now, she is a striker, which is why I've paired her alongside Catherine and Mulan, because those three in combination will give you 3 strikers. They will give you 3 celestials as well. So very, very strong, very powerful team. And the reason I'm running Emily is because of that corrode stack limit increase up to 5. Plus, if you have Emily's exclusive runes, she will apply those 5 stacks of corrode to the enemies right at the start of battle, which will then be doubled by Gaia. So this one, this is an easy boss. 75 is going to be really easy. So attacks all enemies, dealing 6% damage. When an enemy deals basic attack, it loses 1% of its max HP. And then this one here, where's it gone? Where does it go? It's down here. So increase the damage reduction of Hatred Troll by 15% when deployed on the battlefield. So this troll gets very strong when it's got its minions out. So I think it's up to 60%, yeah? So 60% damage reduction on the troll itself. What we need to do is we need to survive this first round. So how do we do that? We have another deviant in here, or we go with, we take out Catherine, we take out Mulan, and we put in 2 monarchs, and we put those 2 on the front row. So Dullahan Talos or Dullahan Astrid on this front row, and then that way you can, you should be able to beat it, no problem. But the secret technique is to own a copy of Cleo. 10 stars with runes as well. No, I'm just joking. The secret technique to beating this guy is taking you out, and we'll take you out. And then what we need to do is scroll all the way down. We need to get this horn. After triggering dodge, retaliates with a basic attack against the attacker during battle. Increase dodge rate by 25%. We've still got 4 left over, so let's pop in increased attack. We'll go increase HP. Increase damage reduction, increase HP, and increase damage boost as well. So we'll just add all those in. And now what we have is, this is the hope tree. I've not talked about the hope tree in this build, just because I am effectively waiting to build it up as much as possible. But the whole point is, for every 20 energy, increases dodge of all allies by 15%. Each dodge consumes 100 energy. All allies cast an ultimate after a dodge, dealing damage and applying stun for 1 round as well. So what that means is we need as much energy build up as possible, and we're also going to need to dodge a lot of attacks. The way to beat this guy is to dodge as many attacks as possible and then retaliate with a basic attack. That is what the horn is used for. It is used for beating this boss specifically. So we do get all of these corrode stacks applied. We're going to use the Grace of Hunters in order to power through. So as you can see, we're retaliating with a basic attack every time we attack. So every time we dodge an attack as well, Gaia's going to retaliate, and that's a very cool combo as well. So we dodge an attack, so Gaia will attack, and then she has 75% chance to do it again, because that's just who she is. And then Mulan will have a chance to follow up with an attack as well. So it didn't work out that time, because Gaia didn't hit that 75%. But if you have her full red runes, she will take 2 actions every time she takes an action. And the retaliation does count, I believe, as an action. So as you can see, we're at round 1. And these guys have only, have basically no health left, because we've been retaliating with that basic attack. The enemy boss is already down to half his shield, and we've taken off more than half his shield. Flipping heck, these guys didn't even go down. I told you that retaliation, the counter back, is the way to beat this boss, and it seems as though it's worked out very well for us. So thanks very much for watching. I hope this has been informative for you, and good luck in all of your attempts.